Hey, it's JANG here from the unofficial LEGO Hero Factory Mox blog, and this is the villain, Rotor. Now, Rotor comes from the 2010 Series 1 release in the LEGO Hero Factory series. He's one of the villains, of course. And he gets his name from these helicopter blades, or rotors, that he uses that are attached to the top of them. They are free spinning, and of course that gives him the ability to fly. Now, they did a good thing here. It's a clever thing. You can actually angle this a little bit, but for the most part, the rotors don't face straight up and down. They face back a little bit, which actually makes Rotor himself lean kind of forward when he's in flight. That makes a lot of sense, so he can kind of look down and see what's below him as well as what's in front of him without having to angle his neck way down. Now, this is a pretty large set and pretty heavy, but it's also very steady. The way that they accomplished that was by using multiple joints for the thighs, which has been used before on some Titan sets in the Bionicle world. You've also got multiple joints with the hydraulic ram from the Technic kits, and also used on some Bionicle Titans. Pieces down here for the lower legs and the ankles. And these are really well designed because they give you a tremendous amount of flexibility. There's a lot of posability here, and that's combined with the strength of using multiple joints at each bendable position, which allows even a large and kind of tall and unwieldy character like Rotor to be able to balance in different ways on just one foot. In the right hand, he's got this poison gas or hazardous gas emitter, which is actually usually used, the part's usually used as a jetpack. In the left hand, he's got a meteor blaster, which is the old Bionicle thorn axe launcher. Now, the struts that are used to hold up the rotor are probably the weak point in the look of this set. They just kind of don't have good detail to them. There's also a little part of the axle pin that's just sticking out freely here for no particular reason. Just not a really good looking part of the kit when you're just thinking about details. Also, down here on the feet, you've got a full length of axle down at the bottom and a half stub length of axle above that, half stub length on the outside. Those are covered up with bushings, but just little details that aren't that great. Also on the left, you can see that there's an axle piece that sticks out from his gas emitter. Now, I mentioned that he is a big character, and here you can see just how big he is. Actually, from the head, the character by itself, compared to Von Nebula over here on the right-hand side, definitely not as large. They're both heavy sets though, and Rotor actually gets the nod in overall height because of his rotors up top. Not the best looking mask because the details aren't cut or molded very deeply on it, but if you look up more closely, you can see he's got a pretty cool facial expression. Overall, there's a lot of play value to the Rotor set, with the ability to fly. He's got the moving rotors. He's got a close range weapon. He's got a long range weapon. A lot of posability and movability in the joints. Overall, a good set, just lacking a little bit in a few details. But that's set number 7162 from LEGO Hero Factory Villains, Rotor. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/LEGOJANG. And also check out my LEGO related blogs. The first one is hero-factory.blogspot.com, where I have all of my own creations for LEGO Hero Factory. Then there's bionicle-untold.com, which has in-character story epics and Bionicle mocks. And then bionicle-untold.blogspot.com has even more mocks for the Bionicle universe and behind the scenes looks. Hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks!